DA.AI Technology receives Environmental Protection Award for its product development and educational effort. A group of seniors in Kaohsiung opened a coffee shop to promote the benefits of black coffee. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Maggie Tsai. Thank you for joining us. The Environmental Protection Administration hosted an award ceremony to recognize the effort of water protection teams who help save water resources in Taiwan. The award also honored DaAi Technology for its contribution in developing recyclable products and raising public awareness. This is the blanket made from PET bottles. The zipper on the vest was made from the recycled materials of the blankets. All these recyclable products were developed by DaAi Technology, hoping to apply Tzu Chi's humanistic culture in daily use items. DaAi Technology is not only dedicated to product development, but has also shared educational concepts in schools and science museums. It has received an Environmental Protection Award from the EPA.
We've conducted over 400 educational sharing activities a year because we hope to share the process of our innovation to more people in society so that the public can join our efforts.
They work hard to have the farmers agree to use the water from pig farms to fertilize surrounding fields. However, there are many details that need to be discussed. The job of this water protection team is to be mindful of details so the environment and economy can coexist.
Before, the farmers don't like the smell of the fertilizer, but now we have fermented it so it doesn't smell that bad anymore. Farmers have saved money on fertilizer that has also improved their living environment.
The water protection team's long-term effort has been recognized by the EPA, who recently awarded them. Many companies and civilian groups that have been dedicated to environmental protection also receive awards, hoping everyone can make the earth a better place together. The second Jing of Tzu Chi Philippines chapter has officially launched. The solemn venue is located in Tzu Chi Manila Grounds, which now offers a place for volunteers to cultivate themselves and listen to dharma teachings. The Great Enlightened One is positioned right in the center. This is the second Jing of Tzu Chi Philippines chapter. The Jing is located in Tzu Chi Manila Grounds. The space is not big, but the venue is solemn. On the launching day, two Dharma masters from Hualien Jingsi boat led seniors, volunteers in the Philippines to cultivate themselves. Philippines senior volunteers seized the chance to have Dharma masters and representatives from Taiwan host training classes.
In Philippines, there are so many natural disasters. Volunteers in Philippines, they are busy to do the disaster relief operations. You have no time to put yourself calm down. So here I want to suggest the volunteer in Philippines. You must pursue the Dharma. Then you get the Dharma. Then you have Dharma power. Then you can overcome so many difficulty or hardships.
After listening to senior Tzu Chi volunteers from Taiwan share their experience, local volunteers hope to apply their insights into their homeland.
I've learned many things from Taiwan volunteers sharing. I will pass down these precious experiences to people in our community.
Just do your best.
Just do your best. When my Tzu Chi work and you are free, you need to do something for as long as you did your best.
By exchanging experiences and listening to Dharma teachings, volunteers in the Philippines can now walk the Bodhisattva path with a strengthened mind. In 2017, Tzu Chi recipient Tzu Chi's left leg was infected during the flood in Pano, Malaysia. The doctor was about to amputate his leg. Luckily, Tzu Chi volunteers arranged a team to care for him so he could keep his left leg. The experience left him deeply grateful and vowed to become a Tzu Chi volunteer. In 2017, Ponon Tzu Chi recipient Tzu Chi's house was heavily damaged in the flood. His left leg was also infected and underwent over 10 surgeries.
The doctor saw my leg and told me there's nothing he can do. I begged him to not amputate my leg because my child is still young. He said he will try, but 3 days later he said I must undergo a surgery. Then he cuts more and more of my tissue, and I undergone a surgery every 3 or 4 days. I've undergone 7 major surgeries and 13 small ones.
When he was in the hospital, his house was flooded again. Tzu Chi volunteers immediately helped clean his house and fix his furniture.
The water came up to my chest and my house is all ruined. Fortunately, Tzu Chi came to help clean our house. It's really a big favor to me.
His leg was about to be amputated. Luckily, he received mindful care from Tima doctors and nurses, so his left leg was finally saved.
I'm grateful that Tzu Chi has sent a team of doctors and several nurses to change my medication every other day. I'm deeply grateful.
Tzu Chi volunteers invited him to Tzu Chi events to drive away his worries and receive good wishes from everyone. With companionship and care from volunteers, he felt like a brand new person and has vowed to join the Tzu Chi family. Also in Penang, Malaysia, recycling volunteer Lim Chung Taek and his brother lived a wasteful life before joining Tzu Chi. They don't work and they smoked and took drugs. After his brother became paralyzed and passed away, Lim began to cherish the present as he realized life is impermanent.
Lim Chung Taek is at the recycling station working very hard. This scene is different from when he was young and taking drugs.
In the Fujian dialect, we say smoking gets you friends, wine gets you meat. It's like having good buddies, but I don't want it anymore. Master Zheng Yan also said we must have aspiration, and I have repented my past.
Lim Chung Taek realized the path in his past was wrong, so he did recycling and also took care of his paralyzed brother.
Karmic retributions are being shown to us in this lifetime. An example is his paralysis. I said these heavy words to him.
In the end, his brother still passed away. The two of them loved each other very much, so they had promised that they will become brothers in the next life.
Decades ago, we had said that when we died, our bodies would be thrown to the sea, and we'd become brothers again in the next life.
Cherishing whatever he has, Lim Chung Taek does anything that he is capable of.
If we asked him to do something, he would do it well. He had done some civil engineering work before, so if we needed him to dig the soil, he did it quite well.
I've learned how to sort recyclables, to clean myself, to love myself, to willingly accept the result of something I've done.
Lim Chung Taek now devotes his time in doing Tzu Chi work without any regret.
I'm grateful to Tzu Chi.
Liao Jingyi is a well-known mouth food painter in Taiwan. In March, he was hospitalized because of a serious illness, and he hoped to give back to Tzu Chi's support for him. He passed away on March 26, and his organs were donated to help several people. His family was very proud of him through his act of saving lives.
These flowers with thriving colors are full of life, and they were painted by a mouth food painter, Liao Jingyi.
I have to bite a brush even when I start drooling and my teeth feel sore.
When he was 29 years old, an accident left him paralyzed. He completely closed himself off from the world for 9 years until Tzu Chi volunteers appeared. For years, he learned to paint with his mouth, and the procedure was not easy. However, he did not give it up. He was hospitalized this March because of a serious illness. He even told his wife that he wanted to donate his organs.
It's better that we leave them to those who are alive. Honey, see, you have helped 5 people. It's not just you alone, but 5 people are alive because of you. Although we don't know who they are alive because of you, so you should be very happy.
After he died on March 26th, his organs were transplanted to save lives.
What were donated were 2 corneas, 2 kidneys, the liver and blood vessels. These 5 patients are recovering well.
My dad said that if you encounter any difficulty, you must strive forward bravely. Just keep on walking and you will overcome the difficulties. I will forever remember Dad's words. I will. Dad will forever live in our hearts.
The daughter is part of the father, and his spirit will forever be in the minds and hearts of his family.
Do you know that AI is already a part of everyday life, such as facial recognition when it comes to clearly customs? Also, there are many smart speakers which can help one control different electric appliances. More advancements in this field will even lead to self-driving cars, allowing us to enjoy even greater convenience. Here's our report.
闹钟响了。小豹，小豹，帮我开电视。没问题，已打开。小豹，小豹，帮我开插座。好的，已打开。小豹，小豹，帮我开电扇。没问题，已打开。
AI or artificial intelligence is actually not that far away from us, as alarm clocks can be set by the voice command through smart speakers. Electric appliances in the home can also be controlled, and facial recognition at the ATM can be used to withdraw money. Robots can also be used to help us learn English, as AI technology is very convenient.
In the past, we have talked about automation for decades and how it could replace human effort and physical strength. But artificial intelligence can actually replace the human brain.
Going out and forgetting to turn off the air conditioning is not a problem anymore. The cloud and a 4G network will also remind you when your smartphone exceeds a certain distance to shut down or manage the air conditioning power consumption. For a special app, one can even set the time and the particular temperature. Artificial intelligence is not only smart but also easy for humans to use.
In the future industries, AI can be used for doors and entrance, kitchenware, furniture, and TV.
His name is David.
I feel it. That's creepy. Whoa, feels so real.
In a distant future, in an age of intelligent machines.
Looking back on how humans have conceived of artificial intelligence, the 2001 Hollywood film AI Artificial Intelligence depicts a child which is actually a robot that is faithful to his parents. Actually looking like humans is not difficult. The real challenge is to think like humans.
The simple explanation of artificial intelligence is like taking people's experience and how to turn it into data, and then from data analysis how to predict behavior and make this robot simulate a person's reaction.
迎接12年国教，大学学测将有重大变革。3年后，大学学测数学将会拆为数 A、数 B。 考试科目也会从现行的5科变成6科。
This mobile phone app that uses speech recognition software to turn speech into text and help write meeting minutes already has more than 50,000 downloads. No matter which accent one uses, the more you use it, the higher the accuracy. It uses a faster processing chip than a computer with a software program that has machine learning capabilities.
It continues to listen to YouTube videos and text, so it has the ability to recognize speech. We also have agents helping us survey citizens' articles, which can be used as a sort of language model. We know that in addition to knowing how to understand speech, we also need to know how to write.
This wave of software and hardware is derived from a GPU of graphics processor chip that is used in computer graphics and display since 2012. It was introduced into the field of artificial intelligence and speeds up many AI operations. Looking forward to the future with a cheaper processor, one can instantly collect a large amount of data and hand it to a clever and fast computer program to make instant judgments. This will make it easier to drive this complex decisions and behavior.
车子上面的这个轮胎，所有的那个轮胎都装了那个胎压感测器，也都可以全部连接在一起。
Tesla's tires are all equipped with tire pressure sensors that can be linked together. Tesla's owners must agree that if you enter a called autopilot of self-driving mode, all data will be transmitted to the cloud for the company. The car has a lot of sensors, and when there is a problem inside the car, it will be corrected immediately.
During the second act, Joe stands on the edge of a hill. Behind him, the moon rising.
AI, artificial intelligence, is no longer a thing of movies, but is gradually taking root in our lives and will have a far-reaching effect on human development and our future lives.
In Kaohsiung's Furyan community, there's a special cafe run by a group of elderly women. They decided to open this cafe after switching from pre-mixed 3-in-1 coffee. They wanted to tell more people about the health benefits of consuming black coffee. Now the place has become a very popular location in their community. Let's take a look.
Carefully pouring in this hot water over a fragrant cup of coffee beans is 84-year-old grandmother Wu Guizhen. The youngest member of this cafe is 77-year-old Fu Zhiduan. This popular 80 cafe in the community was started by this elderly woman 2 years ago. She began to pick coffee beans to improve her eyesight. Is also expert at brewing the coffee.
At first, I worried I couldn't boil the water or pour it because my hands would shake. Later, I learned how to do it.
Originally, the founder of this cafe used to drink pre-mixed 3-in-1 coffee, but she has begun to teach others the benefits of skipping the milk and sugar. Now she has found her passion and started this cafe.
Everyone says I have become younger, but I still look old in the photos. I do actually feel younger.
My children say you are going to make coffee now. It's bringing us so much happiness in the community, and they hug me when I come back. It's become more and more interesting.
These elderly women in the cafe interact with all of the customers, and their smiles have become quite popular in this community.
The Public Works Department told me that you don't produce coffee over there, so what is the point of opening a cafe? I said an elderly lady in the area wanted to do it, and it was her idea.
Now residents of this community can not only get a great cup of coffee, but smiles and happiness from these older ladies.
Tzu Chi volunteers in both Suzhou and Hangzhou, China, held gratitude events for the community members. Children served tea to their parents to show filial piety and reminded all to not delay in showing love to their loved ones while it's still not too late. Let's take a look at these heartwarming scenes.
Tzu Chi volunteers held a gratitude event at the Liangzhu recycling station in Hangzhou. Parents were blindfolded and led to walk forward by the children. It tasted the parents' trust in their own children. Li Fan was already in tears before she got the chance to drink the tea her son was presenting to her.
He's still a kid and still growing up, but I always have very high expectations of him. I can't control myself. I really hope that you can forgive me, son. I hope that you will continue to learn and grow. And if there's anything that I do not do well, please let me know, okay? I will try to correct it, okay? Let's both improve and learn together.
At the Tzu Chi Manila Grounds, children from the recycling class made desserts to thank their parents with.
I made a small cake today, and I'll give it to Dad and Mom after I go home, because they love eating cakes. So I really want to learn how to make them so we can all make it together later.
There were both the tea ceremony and also feeding one another snacks during the gratitude event.
I learned a lot at Tzu Chi, such as how to love your parents, how to be filial to your parents. I want to thank my dad for his ongoing tolerance, encouragement, and love toward me.
My daughter has really grown up now. She is a very filial and loving child. I'm deeply touched by her gestures. I hope that I will be able to provide her with even more support in the future. I want to thank Tzu Chi for letting us have the opportunity to participate in events like these. It had allowed me to grow more as a father figure.
When parents educate their children and the children pay them back with a heart of gratitude, it's the most beautiful and loving gift in the world.
In Taiwan, a resident living in Miaoli County's Tongluo Township discovered 20-centimeter giant Ganoderma growing in his yard. Although the giant fungi garnered much attention as what to do with it, experts advise that items like that should not be eaten without proper know-how. Ganoderma, wild fungi, and even some Chinese medicine, when taken in large dosage, can poison the body instead of helping it.
A white spore sprouts out of an elm tree, and after 2 years of growth, it becomes a Ganoderma or bracket fungi. In between these two bracket fungi, the image of a Taiwan black bear can be clearly seen.
This is one of a kind, rare and beautiful.
Ganodermas populate in the wild around the time of the tomb sweeping day in Taiwan due to the perfect climate for breeding. Although there are many wives' tales about Ganoderma as miracle drug, in reality, not everyone benefits from the spore.
Ganoderma is a cold supplement. It can cause bloating in the intestines, nausea, and other gastrointestinal problems. For those with digestive problems, taking Ganoderma in the concentrated form can cause further traffic jam in the intestine.
Eating mushrooms from the wild can also cause a problem. Recently, a man from Nantou County ate some mushrooms he found near his house that he thought were termite mushrooms. His family became violently ill after eating it. In the case of ingesting poisonous fungi, the most common is eating green spore parasol by mistake, as its white and brown pores is often confused with the termite mushroom. It only takes about 30 minutes for the human body to react, most often in vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. It is advisable to avoid eating mushrooms found in the wild.
The stem of fresh mushrooms will feel firm and thick, and the smell will be pungent. There won't be a sour smell. Eating too much mushrooms can cause allergies and skin rashes to appear more often.
Also, those who have a habit of making herbal tonics at home from Chinese medicine ingredients should also take caution to boil their tonics correctly.
Sometimes Chinese medicine ingredients, if not washed or boiled long enough, will contain monk shoot, which stimulates the heart and can cause cardioplegia. Other symptoms are numbing of the mouth and tongue, fainting, and cold hands and feet.
Also, guangfangji, which looks similar to fenfangji, guanmutong, which is often confused with chuanmutong, and astronol contain traces of aristolochic acids. If consumed in large doses for long periods of time, it can cause renal failure amongst other problems.
As solemn, we will use only about 1 or 2 qian. Cang'erzi, we suggest 2 or 3 qian.
It's best not to overdose on these herbs with small traces of poison, as it may harm the body more than help it. And as for edible fungi picked in the wild, if you're unsure about its toxicity, then avoid eating it. In case of accidental consumption, it's good to leave a sample fungi to help the doctor's diagnosis and treatment.
East Los Angeles Tzu Chi and Walnut Grove Kindergarten both hosted graduation ceremonies where parents were proud of their children for receiving Tzu Chi's humanistic education. We'll leave you with these images and thank you for joining us. Goodbye.